Yeah, so the same project we'll be using, right? What we created last time for LangChain4j implementation, previews, weather tools, calculator tool, right, and product tools. So we'll be creating some new tools. So before jumping into the code, I've added few dependencies. So we have LangChain4j pgvector, LangChain4j document parser. So pgvector is used to connect to the pgvector, do all the embedding stuff. LangChain4j document parser is for converting the document into small chunks and then into vector embeddings, and original Postgres we have to do some say some insert or delete or update some validations on the Postgres. Okay, so let's go and create a rack configuration. Create a rack on. Okay, now see, we are using Mistral AI again. Okay, because we started with Mistral AI. Okay, now we'll go with creating a rack configuration. Rack configuration is we have created this tables, right? So this is in the PG admin, the Postgres. Now we want to connect it. We want to get its reference into Spring Boot. Okay, so for that we'll be creating few embedding stores, and we can see how we can get the context for for a particular prompt from this embeddings. Okay, so we'll go step by step. First we'll create a configuration class, rack config. Okay, now we need to declare a model. So in agent config, if you see, we have chat language model, right, and Mr. AI chat model. So we'll take this API key. Okay, and what we'll do is public Mistral AI embedding model. Okay, Mistral AI embedding model. We'll take this. Now we need to declare the embedding model. Okay, so return Mistral AI embedding model dot builder dot API key. So we have the API key dot model name. Okay, so Mistral AI model dot Mistral embed. This will be the model name dot build. Okay, so we have our embedding model configured. Okay, to get it as a application will create with @bean, so the object will be readily available. Okay, now what we need to do is uh, we need to connect to the pg vector, right? Postgres vector what we have created in the pg admin. Through those we ran the queries, right? So we'll use the embedding store for it. Okay, so what you can do, public embedding store. Okay, now embedding store, if you go inside represent a stores for let me minimize. Okay, represents a store for embeddings known as vector db. So where our embeddings will be present, okay, it will to represent, okay, to point to that store, we'll use embedding store and use some embedding. Okay, now embedding means again chunks will be converted into embeddings. Okay, now those chunks what will do, we'll take it as a text segment. Okay, now again if I go into text, represent semantically meaningful segments. Okay, now text segment means chunks, and these chunks will be converted to embeds. So that's why I've taken text segments of a largely entity such as document or change, means of a big document of a big PDF. I'll be breaking it into small chunks, so that I'll be doing using text segments which I've configured into embedding store. Okay, I hope you're all clear. And we'll give the method name baby product embedding store. Okay, and we'll need to tell which model we'll need to use, right? So embedding model, embedding model. Okay, and now what we'll do, This will be a PG vector, right? So return PG vector embedding store. Okay, dot builder dot build. Okay, now with this we need to pass few things, that is dot host. Okay, so host is localhost, port is 5432. Okay, database. A database is a database is vector DB. So we'll go with vector DB. Okay, dot dot user. So user Postgres. Okay, password. Okay, make sure if you are using PG from AWS or something, so make sure you keep the secrets in secrets manager. Okay. After that, we need to provide the table. Okay, so let's take baby product embedding. So this is our table. Okay, and create table will be false. Okay, now we'll need to declare this is as a bean. Okay, now next take will go you do the same thing for baby products, for baby vaccine. Okay, we have two, right? uh, Vaccine embedding store, everything will be the same. We'll just do with vaccine embeddings. Okay, so now we have created a bean of embedding store for baby product embedding store and vaccine embedding store. Okay, now next we need to get the content from both the embeddings. Okay, so we'll be using is public. uh, we do retrieval augmentor and content retriever. Okay, now retrieval augmentator is nothing but augments the provided chat message with retrieve context. Okay, this will serve as the entry point to the into the rack flow in LangChain4j. Okay, so you can consider this as a entry point. Okay, now what we'll be needing here is okay, these two beans will be requiring here. Okay, we have been created of similar type, so we'll go with the qualifier annotation. Okay, embedding store text segment, baby store. I missed the E. Okay, and again we'll do the same thing for the vaccine store. Okay, and embedding model, embedding model. Okay, and embedding model is fine. Okay, bracket is extra. Okay, now we want to get from both the uh, embedding stores. Okay, so what we'll do is uh, we'll use a query router first. Okay, okay. So first we need the content. Okay, content. We need to retrieve the content. So what we'll do? Con content content retriever do uh, baby product retriever equals to we'll use embedding stored content em, embedding stored content retriever dot builder. Okay, and we need to pass the embedding model. So embedding model is embedding model. Okay, dot from which store. Okay, from where we need to fetch it. So embedding store. So we'll call it as baby store. Okay, dot max results 3 means there should be like that is a similarity search what is expected. Dot mean score 0.5. So the score that is the result should not be less than 0.5. Dot build. Okay, now we'll do the same thing for vaccine retriever. Okay, and we'll take this as a vaccine store. Okay, so we'll get the vaccine store here. Okay, fine. Okay, now we'll need a query router. Yeah, query router goes to new default query router, and we'll be passing uh, the retrievers in it. Okay, from where we want to retrieve the data, that is the baby product retriever comma vaccine retriever. Okay, now let's go into query router. So the implementation says that the goal is to ensure that the content is retrieved only from the relevant data source. So we don't want any content outside the data source. We want from the relevant data source. So we'll be using with query router. Okay. So make sure you'll use the query router. And finally, uh, uh, we need to return the retrieval augmentator, right? So what we'll be doing is return default uh, retrieval augmentator dot builder. Okay, dot query router. We'll pass the query router to it. Dot build. So this way, we have configured the embeddings. Okay, router. Retrieval. Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe some grammatical issues, errors. Okay. So what we have done, we have declared the API key which we have created earlier. Those API key, using that API key, I have created a embedding model. So Mr. AI embedding model, and so whenever the ingestion process, that is the process to convert the document to chunks and vector embeddings, the embedding model will come into picture. We have created embedding store. So we have two data stores, right? One is baby product embeddings, another one is vaccine embeddings. So to connect to those two data stores, to refer to those data stores, we have created embedding store of text segment. Okay, and then for to retrieve the context from both the data stores, we have used the embedding stores and using the default query, using the query router to fetch the content from those vector data store. Fine. So we are good with this. Next, we'll see how we'll do the ingestion process, like uploading the document to the vector DB.